Welcome back to Scandinavium for the final game of what has been an exciting day 8 at the IHF Men's World Championship 2023. It's Sweden versus Hungary on the way. Another important main round match here in Gothenburg. Sweden, the only side coming into this main round Group 2, coming in with a maximum of 4 points thanks to victories over Brazil, Cape Verde and Uruguay in the preliminary round, one of the softer preliminary rounds overall, and it's going to be a tough task for them in comparison over the next 5 days. First up, the Hungary side, who have had a classically Hungarian time of it at the championship. so full of ups and downs already in the first week. Turbulent end to what was a bright start for them, beating South Korea in their opening game 35-27. Then the Iceland game, we've spoken about it already today, for Iceland's victory today. But a 5-goal run for them late in the day saw them turn the game around and snatch a 2-goal victory, where at one stage they trailed by 6. Then after that big high came a bit of a low as they lost to Portugal 2 days ago. Sweden out first, led by their captain and star goalkeeper Andreas Palika. Then Jonathan Korsbegård, the starting left back. Max Dari, starting line player. Number 5, Niklas Ekberg, will be out in the right wing. Number 10, who's had a bright start to this competition. His deputy in the right wing position, Daniel Pettersson, coming in next. Hampus Vanna, the top scorer for the side so far, with 16 goals to his name. He had a field day against Uruguay. Fredrik Pettersson, he hasn't played much, but he did play in the last game against Uruguay. Same for Felix Klar, who is the number 2 in the playmaker position behind Jim Gottfridsson. Mikael Appelgren made a bright return at competitive level for the national team in the second game against Cape Verde. And everyone in this team, Alvin Lagergren, probably expecting to start in the right-back position. Very strong right-back position with Sandell and Persson also in there. Jim Gottfridsson, MVP of the European Championship last year for Sweden as they went and picked up gold. Linus Persson played a lot of the game a couple of days ago. He's, I reckon, the 3rd choice of the 3 right-backs in this team. Oscar Bergendahl was in the All-Star team for the Euro last year. The line player, also an important defender for the team, Eric Johansson, in there, who filled his boots as well. 14 goals to his name so far in the competition, most of them coming against Uruguay. A little star in the making. We may see a big game from him today. It'll be surprising to see him start, given that Jonathan Korsbegård always starts at left back, it seems, for Glenn Solberg, but you never know. Roland Mikler, first out, the experienced goalkeeper of this Hungary team, a real leader, the team captain as well. Adrian Cipos got himself a red card after less than a minute against Portugal. Those who know him will know that that is very much his character. Brilliant defender who often goes over the top without people noticing, sometimes goes over the top with people noticing, and that's when things go bad for him. Miklos Frosta is the top scorer for the team, surprisingly so far. He's got 13 goals to his name, the line player. Also taking some penalties, which seems to be a trend nowadays. Behind him, Rodriguez and Boca, the 2 wingers on 10 goals apiece. And Ricard Bodo, number 39, is the second top scorer from the backcourt. The Szeged man in the left back position with 11 goals to his name so far. Zoltan Zica is a player I like to see, number 30. He can play on left back and left wing. Seeing as it's only Boca listed as a left wing, he may end up playing in both positions. There's Ricard Bodo. Mate Lekoy, the real leader of this team on the court in the attack, the playmaker. Number 66, so experienced, currently playing his club handball in FTC in Budapest, but known for his time with Esprem. Wonderful playmaker, really old school in his approach, and he gets the job done, I tell you. Chema Rodriguez, the coach of this team, is doing a good job with the team, that's for sure. He's developed something out of the misery that came last year as Hungary failed to get out of the group stage in their home European Championship. The disappointment that brought led to some changes in the squad. With no expectation, they seem to be thriving. So referees from today, from Germany, Robert Schulze, Tobias Tönnis, 2 of the best in the game, and a great pair of referees to deal with this match. And now, the national anthem is beginning with the home side, Sweden. got the anthems, and now it's time to get this party started. It's Wednesday night in Gothenburg, and everyone's here to watch the Swedish national team take on Hungary. The Hungary side, who at the start of the day were level in joint second place with Brazil, Portugal and Iceland. All of them have picked up points since then. Now there's a bit of pressure on them, that's for sure, facing arguably the best side in this group. The next few days will tell whether that's true or not. Sweden, players to look out for: Erik Johansson, the number 42, and Jonathan Karlsbogard will start in that position on the left-hand side of the backcourt. Jim Gottfridsson, playmaker in the center, Albin Lundgren on the right, Max Starry on the line, Vanna and Ekberg on the wings, Andreas Palika between the posts. For Hungary, Martin Shkreli and Roland Mikler, both evenly good in goal at the moment. Mate Lekoi, playmaker in attack. Gabor Ansin on the right-hand side. Rickard Bodo on the left. Boca and Rodriguez, the wing players. Ben Sabanhidi and Miklos Rosta, the two standing line players. And Adrian Shiposh playing in defense in the center. Ben Sabanhidi hasn't hit top form yet, but if he does, he could be a real nightmare for this team. At the World Championship 2 years ago, when they reached the quarterfinal, he was a key player for Hungary en route to that quarterfinal. If he can be unleashed, if he can connect with Mate Lekoi, it could be a difficult evening in store for the hosts. And there he is, Ben Sabanhidi. He will start leading the line for Hungary, who are going to get us underway here. Our final game of the day. Main round has started with a bang here in Gothenburg. We'll see what the headline match has in store for us. It's Chris O'Reilly here with you live from the Scandinavium. Hungary attacking from right to left on your screens in the all-white. Sweden in their traditional yellow and royal blue. A few Hungarians in the crowd, a few more Icelandic fans stuck around, and besides that, a sea of yellow once more. And it's Zoltan Zita who's starting on the left-hand side. Mate Lekoi, no surprise there in the center. Ansin tries to find the line. Good movement there with the ball. And it's beautifully worked. They just kept the ball moving, and in the end, it's a nice goal from Boca, who started in the left wing position, made his way into the line. Stayed patient, got his goal. And a quick response. Surprise, surprise, Jim Gottfridsson. So often setting the tone for the team when he feels he needs to. With that classic step into the 9 meter standing shot, sending the keeper the wrong way. It's a tried and tested method. It always seems to work for him. And that sets the opposition straight. So it is interesting to see Zita starting, and they go for the same move again with Boca going in. This time finds him again, this time saved down low by Palika. Not fooled twice in a row. That's great counter-attacking handball. Albin Lagergren giving Sweden their first lead of the day. Seems to be saying to Hungary, you better score or you're done. Great counter-attacking. Oh, from that save by Andreas Palika. Lekoi to Zita, plenty of space there. Good opportunity, but he clips the top of the crossbar. And away goes Sweden again. Gottfridsson takes it over the halfway line, gets it back from Karlsbogard. And well held up in the center of that defense. Ben Sabanhidi in there with Adrian Shiposh. Shiposh has lasted longer than he did 2 days ago against Portugal. Well done, Adrian. Got a red card with his first action of the game, smacking Kiko Costa across the head. And he got caught out by him. Accidental collision, but it was heavy enough for the referees to go to the video replay and give him a red card. But not enough for him to be suspended. A little slip there. Gabor Ansin. He's got a bit of injury coming into this game. He hasn't been a top fitness, but an important player for this team. Gabor Ansin, who has seemingly been around forever for this national team and forever in handball. He's just 32 years of age, but He's always been the number 2 anywhere he's played in the right-back position. Not here, though, number 1, which is nice for him at this stage in his career to be given this opportunity. It's a good save from Roland Mickler, who hasn't had the best championship so far, saving percentage-wise. 29% coming into this game. But a good early save for him against Lagergren. Mickler is also getting older, but he never looks it. He's looking like in his mid-20s. Reducing results again at this championship. Lekoy. Hansen lays it into Gita. Well held by Max Dari in the center of defense. It's Dari and Karlsbogård. Tried and trusted middle block for Sweden. And that long-range shot, well covered by Andreas Palicka. Lagergren on the right-hand side again. Looks to go 1-against-1. Ball behind the back. Beautiful pass out to the wing. And it's squeezed in on the spin by Niklas Ekberg. Oh, that was a gorgeous pass inside to Ekberg. Let's look at it again. Held up by 1-2 defenders and leaves it behind them at the right moment just before he steps inside. And Ekberg with his first of the day. Sweden, an early 2-goal advantage here. Hansen for Lekoy, decides to go for Gita in the end. Mate Lekoy was inside the 6-meter area. A little warning there from the German referees, I think, to both defender and to Lekoy, who was straight inside there. And in comes Boca again from the left wing. Flopping on the far side, and good defending. Just a free throw given to Hungary. And you can see the early emphasis on Vincent Van Heede. Really dangerous player when he gets into a flow. And Sweden's job here to ensure he doesn't get into any flow. That's a great pass out to the right-hand side. A difficult angle, but pure power past the keeper, Gabor Hansen. Cuts the deficit to 1. Oh, nice pass out. Took a touch in the way, but no bother for Hampus Vanna. Great vision by Gottfriedson. Dari was who took it a touch on the way through. He tried to get his hands on it. He couldn't. It was okay. Just softened the pass for Hampus Vanna to pick up. He was still in lots of space out there in the left wing. Into the line, spills free, and Gottfriedson takes it over the halfway line, out to Ekberg, off the crossbar. And out over the sideline, let off there for Hungary. Counter-attacking from Sweden. Very dangerous here in the opening minutes. They're going hard. Their opposition looking to put up an early lead like they did against Cape Verde. They did it as well against Uruguay, but no need to reflect on that game much more than we did a couple of days ago. Rodriguez as the second line, this time from the right. Lekoy. Manchin picks it up. Oh, good power. 2 early goals. Pure power from the left-hander. One from the outside this time, right down the center. That's a good save by Mickler. No foul according to the referees, and away go Hungary if they want it. In the end, Gita happy to slow things down and set up again. They seem pretty confident in their 6v6 play. Not the fastest side. Hungary has got a lot of big men in the team. Like to outmuscle their opponents. Lekoy. There's the squeeze past the opposition and held up. Lekoy is the exception to the big man rule. He's pure class in the center of that attack. He moves the ball so nicely. Moves himself so gracefully. Where he is in the ball. He's got power as well. He knows how to score. Gabor Hansen on the wrong side. He lays it off for a simple pass. A difficult angle for the shot there for Boca. Not a bad attempt. Flipping the outside of the post. Sweden here on the break with Hampus Vanna. Much better angle for him. Got a 5-3 lead. And once again, it's a case of Hungary just not taking their chance. Getting a bit slow in the transition defense and being punished by Sweden. They're not turning the ball over much. They're just not taking their chances. That might get into their heads at some point. Lekoi from the left-hand side this time. Ball across is on. It could have been an in-flight pass into Gita. But not this time. Ball into the line instead and a free throw given. Lekoi takes on Dari. To Gita. And Gabor Anchin again. This time with a bit of luck. It came off the post and the back of Andreas Palika. 3 goals for him already. Gottfriedsen drifting out to the left, lays it off to Karlsbergard. And he slows it down and they set up again. A bit of luck, but he's earned the luck. 3 goals already with the big lefty. Good overlap again for Hampus Vanna. And the other thing, Karlsbergard happy to dish it out to his Barca teammate. 3 out of 3 for Hampus Vanna as well. It's all happening down that far side of the court. Big Gabor and little Hampus getting the job done in very different ways, but equally as effective. 3 from 3 for both. Gita to Lekoi, and that's wide to the right, but it took a touch off the defender. Corner throw. Zoltan Gita moved the ball well, but hasn't had a long-range shot of his own yet. Anchin happy to do it for him. This time it's well read by Andreas Palika. He gets his man at last, and away goes Sweden. That's a brilliant pass inside to Max Dari. Once again, Hungary miss, Sweden score. It's as simple as that so far. The counter-attacking so effective from the home side. 2 passes, doesn't get the job done. We're approaching the 10-minute mark here, and a lot for Hungary to ponder. They're creating the opportunities for themselves, but they've got to create better opportunities for the most part, otherwise they're going to get punished. And that has been the case in these opening 10 minutes. Lekoi going for the standing shot, lays it off to Gita. That's over the top. And eventually, the German referees call for the foul. And a shove on Gita as he took that shot. Dari and Lagergren coming out well. Jensen Van Heede sent into the middle. Hasn't received the pass in a while. Jensen, well marked by Dari. Swedish defense looking to come out a lot earlier against them. They don't want too many long-range shots. Palika has gotten one of them, but won't get them all. Boca coming in from the left wing again. That's worked a couple of times for them. And that's much better. Zoltan Gita finally gets a chance to unleash that right arm, and he scores. Free throw given, 2-minute suspension as well. And that's Andrew and Shiposh. That's why. Asking everyone why. Let's see from the replay. Holding Max Dari there, and then they both take a tumble. Yeah. Unnecessary, I would say. Maybe not the toughest challenge, maybe not directly worthy of a 2-minute suspension, but also you can get away with not doing that. So Rickard Bodo comes in to cover at the moment. Ball out to the left wing. Hampus Vanna, so much space, all the time in the world. And a 4th goal for him. Having a blast out there in the wing. Erik Johansson coming in the left-back position for this man-up situation. He knows what to do. Really well worked once more. Glenn Solberg, a happy camper. Adrian Shiposh, frustrated with the world and with himself. Ball into the line, 2 defenders there on top of Van Heede. Free throw given. So just over a minute left on this 2-minute suspension. Rickard Bodo right into the defender, and away comes Sweden. Empty net to shoot into for Erik Johansson. Easy finish, Sweden. with their biggest lead of the day now. 12 minutes on the clock, and once more it's a bit of a soft turnover. Every opportunity Hungary can't put away. Sweden are doing it down the other end. Lekoy to Bodo. That's a good pass into the line. Finally, they've unlocked Benzibanidi. Good movement as well from Ricard Bodo, drawing in the defense, and a missed opportunity down the other end. And Hungary now try to slow things down. 13 minutes on the clock, and Sweden have been the better side overall, but a 3-goal lead is acceptable at this point. Sure, Hungary were down by 6 at one point against Iceland, trailed by at least 3 for the vast majority of the game. And they've had a better start in this one in comparison to 4 days ago in Kristianstad. Lekoy, that's a tight angle. In-flight pass is no good, but a penalty given inside defending. It was very ambitious from Rodriguez. Pass across, not bad at all. And yeah, you can see Hampus Vanna coming across. He was inside the 6-meter area before making contact. Dangerous stuff overall. Well put away. Mate Lekoy cuts the deficit to 2. Simple finish in the end. That's often the best way to put away these penalties. Andreas Palika looks on a bit frustrated. But overall, he's had a solid start to the game. 3 saves for him, 3 saves for Roland Mickler on the other side. Very little to choose between these teams, except for a few counter-attacks from Sweden. It's made the difference so far on the scoreboard. Oh, nice cut inside. Beautifully done by Jim Gottfriedsen. Takes the hit on the way through as well. But he's well used to that. He seems to thrive on it. 2 goals and 2 assists already in this game for Jim Gottfriedsen. Gives young Zoran Ilic the slip. Lekoy, ball across is a good one. Photo just waiting in the center. A lot of movement from him. Ilic to get the attack going again. He's called for the free throw. Maybe a bit early there. Ricard Bodo set for a big shot. Maybe a bit too early for that. He always looks ready to take a shot. Good movement there from Lekoy. Too many steps called against him. Not sure about that. One referee on the far side didn't fancy it. The other one calling it. Gottfriedsen for the line. That's good defending. Ball recycled and a huge overlap there. That's a bit lackadaisical after good effort in the first place from Hungary in defense. They're just standing in position. One ball across unlocks the whole defense, and another one for Hampus Vanna. 3 assists for Karlsbogård out to the left-hand side. 5 goals for Hampus Vanna. That's one player who thinks that Hungary don't want to be leaving alone at this point. Lekoy to Ilic. Bodo drifting across. That's good movement. Beautiful stuff. Mate Lekoy gives the defender the slip. That drop at the right shoulder. Gottfriedsen with a bit of joy there as he has the ball bounce back into his hands before laying it off for Albin Lagergren. Oh, that's really nice. How many of these goals from Sweden have resulted in the simple movement of the ball and creating gaps, either on the wings or the number 2 positions? The defense a little too slow to react from the Hungarian perspective. Hanush is in in the center. See what he can do here. Bodo trying to find the line, but it's stolen by Ekberg. Sweden ball all over the top, and nobody was home. A rare mistake there from Sweden in the transition into attack. The crowd here, I don't think will be at full capacity today. Every other day so far in the championship, it's been jam-packed. A bit trickier for them to sell tickets for this Wednesday, with the opposition to come on Friday and Sunday. And still, Hungary proving to be a decent opponent so far today. 4-goal deficit though. A fair reflection on the game, particularly of Sweden's counter-attacking opportunities. Bodo into the line, nicely worked, and that one just kept out. How did he do that? Great stop, and a bit of help from the post as well for Andreas Palika. And a turnover by Sweden. Bodo takes it over. Hanus down the left-hand side. That's a ball across, maybe overcooked it. That's unfortunate, because the simple pass across was there. Trying to find Rodriguez, and he did find him. Hungary, see down the right-hand side. There's a save first of all, and that one just about staying out. Just a little bit of miscommunication there as the ball went to the second man. Easy pass, and it resulted in a goal for Erik Johansson. And Lucas Sandell coming into the backcourt for the first time in 6v6 play. It's a great save for Ole Mikler. His fourth save of the day. Tight angle for Ekberg, but that usually doesn't stop him. Very well read. They've come up against each other many times over the years, and this time Mikler comes out on top. Hannes having a word with his backcourt. Bodo takes over in the center. Ilic to Hannes. And Bodo not in a position where he wants to be on that right-hand side. Ball goes out to him. And he's just going to want to get back into the center at the very least. And it's a little bit static here, the attack. The shot eventually comes in from Hannes, but gets a free throw as that one rolls into the path of Palika. Bodo, that's much better. Ricard Bodo finally gets himself free again in the backcourt, anywhere around 10 meters. If nobody's on top of him, he's going to take a shot. Very difficult to stop. Oscar Bergendahl coming out strong, but a little bit too late. Palika rooted to his goal line. Comes Ekberg, his second line player from the right wing. He stays in there, gets his ball. Easy goal. We saw Hungary do that to them at the start of the game. But Ekberg just wriggling free. Radgar Šipoš had no idea he was behind him, nobody telling him. You can't really blame him for that. Again, breakdown in communication in the Hungarian defense. Sweden have their 4-goal lead once more. Ilic, Bodo, that's much better from Bergendahl, stepping out early. Hanus, that's the recycler from the right-hand side. Empty switch will bring Hanus into the center again. To Ilic, no space there, it's good coverage and defense here from Sweden. They're active here in the movement. Well, nothing they can do about that. You can move all you like, but the power of Zoran Ilic unleashed for the first time today. And he seems unwilling to take a shot in the last couple of attacks, but here, backed into a corner a little bit, just lets one rip, 102 kilometers an hour. More of that, please, Zoran. Young Kasper right back. Hasn't been too often in action for the team in top matches, and may have to be a little bit more in the second half of the season with Yahya Omar, the Egyptian player, out injured for the rest of this season with an ACL rupture. And Good opportunity for him to test himself at this level for the first time. Gottfriedsen. To Sandell. That's nicely done. The defense still standing back a little bit. Lucas Sandell, not the most obvious threat from that backcourt, but they've all got enough power. And he just breaks free from the reach of Ricard Bodo. Quick shot into the near corner. The defense probably should have had that covered. 8 minutes left now in this first half. Manos to Bodo. Milic. Manos again trying to get free. He hasn't much of an opportunity to show his worth yet. To Ricard Bodo. Good defending again from Bergendahl. He was caught out once or twice. Now he's not willing to let Bodo have any space out there. Hand up for passive play. Milic drifting across to the left. Bodo looking for, oh, nice movement. Ricard Bodo, well, doesn't always show the footwork, but he's got it. He gives Ekberg the slip there. He'll be thinking about that one for a while. Feigning the shot. And slips around the heel winger. Nicely done, Ricard Bodo. Johansson, easy stuff. And again, a little bit of space there, a bit passive the defending. Gets it back from Clark. And Roland Nickler, rooted to his spot once more. Sweden keeping Hungary at arm's reach here. Doing well to hold on to their 3 or 4 goal lead. To trade goals at the moment with the Hungarians. Manos to Milic. Goes at him again. Bergendahl coming out early, but that created space nicely. And simple enough goal. And the first of the day for Miklos Rosta. Their top scorer, surprisingly enough, coming into this game in this season's championship. Felix Sklar. Letting loose for the first time today. Sklar himself has been pretty reserved in the shooting area. Happy to be the assist giver in this championship so far. Most of the time he's appeared, hasn't really had to take it upon himself to force the goals. And here, first real luck at goal. And happy to take it on. Manos. Bodo cuts inside. That's good movement. Almost 3 line players in there at the moment. That's overdoing it. Rosta, good movement there. Spins around and 2 goals in very quick succession for him. Getting himself a little bit stuck there. Hungary with 3 line players in there at one point. They find the one who's actually a line player, just Rosta. And with 5 minutes left in this first half. The deficit back down to 3 once more. Andreas Palika and Roland Nickler, neither of them enjoying too much success between the posts. The first change in the goalkeeper department has been made. It's Hungary making the switch. And Markan Shekeli coming in. Wouldn't be surprised to see a change between the posts for Sweden in the second half. So far in this competition, they haven't had to worry about that. Each of the 3 goalkeepers in the extended squad have had a whole match each. Nobody's had to change yet, but now we're into the serious business of the main round. Clark, back out to Johansson. Johansson tries to get the slip down the far side, and he's held up well. That's good defending. This Hungarian defense, when they're going into 1v1, has definitely improved as this game has gone on. It's standing back for the long-range shots. That's been their problem. Good ball inside, and another free throw. Oscar Bergendahl finding life difficult. Miklos Rosta and Adrian Šipoš getting stuck in there. And a little help from Ilic this time. And Rosta celebrating that one. Really growing in stature as a player and in his role for this team. Ball popped into the line again. Once again, no joy. Hand up for passive play. The shot's going to have to come in here. In the meantime, Delegate instructing that Chema Rodriguez should get a yellow card. He looks very perplexed by the decision. There's a bit too much talking by Rodriguez. And eventually, timeout taken by Glenn Solberg. Not too happy with what he's seeing at the moment. A chance to reset things a little bit. His side, 3 goals up at the moment.
Vi gör den vi gjorde mot Serbien där vi jugger vänster. Men du kommer att växla Sandell. Sandell växlar dig Felix. Trampar allt vad du kan ner 2-3 hålet där vid Rosta och du går brett Erik. Sen kan ni göra någon rundgång plus på båda också.
Because come here and now we pass again the ball here for attack here the playmaker and put the block here and pass to the pivot.
Highlights compilation of Habazwana's joyous opening to this game. 5 goals from 5 early on. Hasn't seen much of the ball in the last few minutes. The Hungarian defence dealing with the challenges posed by Sweden much better in this second quarter of the contest. And they've kept themselves within 3 now. Sandell on to Clark. Johansson. Oh, knocks that one off the crossbar. It's unfortunate. Had the keeper beat. No goal. Bodo to slow things down, and Hannes will set things up again. It's been a good set of substitutions to bring in with Rosta on the line, Bodo at left back, Hannes in the centre, and Ilic at right back. They've done well together. Another ball into the line. It's going to be a penalty. Yeah. 2-minute suspension on top of it, perhaps. Let's see. The guilty party gets up. Yeah, 2-minute suspension for Lucas Sandell. And we've seen in big matches like this over the years that when Sandell comes in, he is targeted by teams in the number 2 position in defence. Not always the strongest defender. Seems to be getting better with time, but teams definitely like to put pressure on him as much as they can. Lekoy comes in to take this penalty. And a save by Palika. That's a much-needed save for him and for Sweden. Just when it looked like Hungary really getting back into this game. That's a big save. Not the best of penalties by Lekoy. And the Hungarian fans no longer have something to celebrate, but enjoying themselves nonetheless. Bergendahl coming across, back into the line. Clark with space to go through alone, squeezes that one through the keeper. It's a simple breakthrough again. Felix Starr so good at that. He and Ian Gottfriedson, they have very different approaches, very different physiques, but both so good at making the breakthroughs in the centre of attack. With Clark, he seems to lull the opposition into a sense of security and then hits them. Okay, didn't fancy it there. Had enough space to take on the shot. But Bodo tries to find the wing on the other side. And no dice. 2 saves in a row for Andreas Palika. And the opportunity on the left was potentially better. And Palika, when called upon, a nice save. He hasn't best of joy in this game so far. He was 4 from 17, but 2 in a row has taken him over the 30% mark. As we edge towards halftime here into the final minute. They've dealt with this 2-minute suspension well, Sweden. Clark, to Johansson. Johansson, oh, where did that space come from? But he couldn't put it away. Jekili with the save, ball over the top. And a chance now just before Sweden get back up to full strength. Hannes, oh, he bounces it past the keeper off the crossbar, but it's a penalty and another 2-minute suspension this time to Nicholas Ekberg. The crowd aren't happy, but I think the referees had that one spot on. Yeah, Ekberg moving across as Hannes was already in the air. He did well to get the shot off, considering. Miklos Rosta, he's scored penalties already with this competition. All the rage to put line players on the 7-meter line for penalties now. Let's see what he can do against Palinka. Nicely done. And Miklos Rosta with 3 goals already today. That's the first from the penalty line. Very nice penalty. A lot of power and finesse in that shot. So Daniel Pettersson comes on for the final few seconds of this first half. Let's see what Sweden can come up with. Clark drifting out to the right-hand side. Goes alone once again. Catches the defense and the keeper off guard. And the timeout. At the end of 30 minutes here. Sweden probably deserving of the 4-goal lead. And Hungary, they've threatened to come back on a couple of occasions. And missing some glorious opportunities. Every time they have, Sweden have come back hard at them. And well deserving of their 4-goal lead. A very entertaining first half, which is wrapping up what has been a very entertaining day overall here in Gothenburg. And this group heating up right from the start of the main round. A lot for both coaching staffs to discuss. You can see plenty of discussion between the Swedish trio. Jaime Rodriguez, I think, on the whole, will be fairly happy that his team are staying in this contest. And here, our top scorers overall, Hampus Vanna leading the way with 5. Miklos Rosta has been impressive since coming on in the line. Ricard Bodo showing some skills as well. And everyone in this Hungarian side with the possibilities to take on Sweden. They've all shown a glimpse of it. But can they do it for the next 30 minutes and find a way back into this contest? Breakdown of the goals so far today. A lot of joy out in the left wing and pretty much down the centre. Besides that, balls into the line and breakthroughs from the likes of Felix Klar and Ian Gottfriedson. That's for Hungary. A lot happening down the centre as well. The combination of Rosta and Van Heede in there. A couple of goals from outside from Bodo, as well as that beautiful dive inside to the wing. Has been the Hungarian first half in attack. Yeah, it's well spread out overall. Sweden with a couple of dry patches towards the end of that first half. And shooting efficiency from Sweden, 72% to 58. Turnovers, not too much in it. 4 for Hungary, but they've been punished with those 4 early in the game. And that's where we stand here at the end of the first half. It's Sweden 18, Hungary 14. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with the second half. Welcome back to Gothenburg for the second half of Sweden versus Hungary. It's the final game, the first day of the main round here at the IHF Men's World Championship. And at the break, it's Sweden who lead by 4 after an entertaining first half. It's 18-14 to the co-hosts against the Hungarian side that have had their ups and downs, as they usually do at these championships. On the back of winning that big game against Iceland halfway through the preliminary round. They lost 2 days ago against Portugal, which put them 3rd in the group, although all 3 teams came from Kristianstad with 2 points on board. And after today's games, which saw Brazil and Portugal share the spoils quite controversially, the result put both of them onto 3 points, and Iceland leading Cape Verde to go up to 4 points alongside Sweden. The pressure a little bit on Hungary now to try and keep pace, and a difficult opponent to do that against the reigning European champions and silver medalists at the World Championship 2 years ago. Andreas Palika has saved himself the spot between the posts with those late saves. He's up to 30%, 6 saves to his name. And on Sekeli came in between the posts, made 1 save of his own after Roland Mickler was on 21%. Down. It seems like it will be Sekeli to get us started again in between the posts for Hungary. Besides that, they've improved as the first half wore on. Looked like they were going to get punished early in the game. Every mistake they seemed to make, every goal opportunity they didn't score. Sweden were right down the other end, beating them to the punch on the counter-attacks. The game settled down a little bit as that first half wore on. What does the second half have in store for us? We're going to find out very, very shortly. Max Dyer is ready. Hope you are at home as well. At the Scandinavium in Gothenburg, close to a full arena again. We're enjoying this one so far. Sweden will get us underway at the start of this second half, attacking from right to left on your screens, with Jan Gottfridsson coming back in. In fact, the entire starting team is there, except for Daniel Pettersson coming in for Niklas Ekberg. He's still serving a minute and 15 seconds on his suspension at the end of the first half. Sweden going back to their first choice 7. Gottfridsson in the center, trying to find the way through. And early 2-minute suspension, a bit of a soft one as well for Ben Sabanhidi. He and Adrian Shiposh in the center, and he's stuck in, and seemingly for an elbow to Gottfridsson. You could see it there, but it feels like there wasn't too much in that. Benza having a word with Yin, explaining his case, but the deed is done. He's off for the next 2 minutes. And that means we have Sweden in a 6v5 situation. No goalkeeper at home. And space to create. And usually that means the ball out to the left-hand side. And this time it's Albin Lagergren, who benefits from the space down the right. Now the opening goal of this second half goes right into Adrian Shiposh, who gives him a little bit of a lift. Not a bother for Albin. Glenn Solberg, a happy camper. same side. Hungary going back to their starting backcourt as well. Gaborancin, Sita, Mate Lekoy currently in the left back position. That's a great pass inside by Sita. And Niklas Rosta is the only one who didn't start the game. And that diamond in the center who's in there, he had a very good first half. In for the suspension of Ben Sabanhidi. Delivers a goal straight away. Sweden back up to full strength now. That's a nice finish. Erik Johansson is finding a lot of joy the last few days. Erik, third goal of the day for him. 14 coming into this one. Had a field day against Uruguay a couple of days ago. You know, the concentration on his face with the tongue sticking out. A bit of a tell that he's going to go for the jump shot. Not that that helped any defender or the keeper. That brings up the 20-goal mark for Sweden. Just over 20 seconds left on Banhidi's 2-minute suspension. Nice ball out to the left-hand side. And the first goal of the second half for Boca. And that has been the case pretty much for this entire game. After a dodgy opening spell for Hungary, they've responded very well to every goal that Sweden have scored. With very little between the sides, between 3 and 5 goals constantly. That early lead that Sweden built up has been held. You can see from the replay, you didn't see it live, the penalty being given. And Hampus Vanna, for 5 goals in the first half, steps up to try and add to that, and he can't do it. Marton Zekeli, a big save. See, great angle for that again. It drops the left arm down, perfect timing. The second miss of this championship for Vanna. The next one will just go to Niklas Ekberg. They have many choices, the Sweden team, when it comes to penalty takers. That's another pass into the line, and after his suspension, back into the attack, Ben Sabanhidi. Second, that is proving very fruitful for them. Balls into the line as expected. Jim Gottfriedson going all the way through, alone through the center of that defense. And there's Banhidi's goal for you once more. And that's a bit poor from Šipoš. And Banhidi in the center of the fence. Expecting to do better than that. Boca, 2 in quick succession. Had a couple of misses in the first half. Looking better now already. Once more. The Hungarian defense being torn to pieces here. And 1 against 1. Zita just getting left for dead. Boca tried to come across and help, but it was too late. Albin Lagergren, 4 to his name already today. That is a worry for Jaime Rodriguez and his team. Just the defense not producing anything at the moment. Lekoy drifts out to the left-hand side. Zita into the line, well, that's proving very fruitful, as I said. Once more, and Sabanhidi. Such a nightmare to deal with when he's on form. It looks like right now he's in good form. 7 assists in this match already for Zoltan Zita. One shot wide to the right, and a chance now for Hungary for a rare break, but they don't fancy it. They'll slow things down, rather do it that way. They're in no particular rush at this point. 5 minutes into the second half, and they're keeping in touch. 5 goals to 4 in this half in Hungary's favor. Comes Boca from the left wing as a second line player. Zita waiting for the pass from Lekoy, but he's held up, gets a smack to the face. Blocking here from Banhidi, not needed this time. The shot down low, well covered by Palika. Had that read from a mile out. And he was struggling with Gaborancin in the first half. Not this time. 1-2 on the right-hand side, and Lekoy gets us going once more. Zita to Lekoy. That's for the standing shot. Decided to play the ball into the line a little too low. And away comes Sweden. This time Hungary back in defence, the transition defence a lot better, but still a huge gap down the left-hand side. Oh, it's a miss. Hapasvana with 2 misses in quick succession. Not sure if the keeper got a touch on that one. It was clean wide. Either way, Hungary almost punished once more, and that's a scene we saw over and over again in the first half. Those balls out to the left wing. And Hungary packing in the defence, happy to give up those shots it seems, but a very dangerous player to do that against. Got away with it this time. Free throw to Van Heedy. Logregren with his hands full there alongside Max Starry. That's a good breakthrough down the left-hand side, but Andreas Palika is there. Rebound picked up, but referees decided Sweden's ball. And the saves have been few and far between for Palika. He's on 30%, not bad, but he's picking the right times to make these saves. And that one, the angles were in his favour, but he still had to make the stop as Mate Lekoi tried to find the near post. Karlsborgård coming around into the centre on the empty switch. Brings it off to Lagergren. That's good movement, and again the defenders holding him but not stopping him. He gets that left arm free. Rides the challenge so well. Shiposh a little bit out of position, waiting for the pass across to Karlsborgård. A little bit of a diddly one that squeaks past the keeper. Lekoi goes one way, then the other. Tight angle here. Shot well parried away by Andreas Palika. Gottfridsson taking over the halfway line, waiting for the pass back inside. Karlsborgård moves a bit too early down the left. This time he gets it. And they slow things down again, Sweden. Lagergren to Gottfridsson. That's blocked away. That's better defending. Shiposh getting in touch on that one out for a corner throw. Svanner giving the message to come in on the line. Wrap around with Max Starry. Gottfridsson. Karlsborgård moving the ball along. Doesn't have any eyes for goal at the moment. 4 assists for Jonathan Karlsborgård today. Not a single shot on target. Can he change it here? No, he lays it off instead. That's a great pass, but no goal. What a pass across, completely tearing that Hungarian defence apart, and frustration for Jim Gottfridsson. He knows he should have scored that one. Just a little touch off the keeper. That was enough to keep it out. After a really bright start to the second half from both sides, it's gone a bit quiet in the goal-scoring front. It's almost 5 minutes without a goal for Hungary. Laboranson, he runs down a dead end by Jim Gottfridsson, a free throw given. Zita picks it up. Looking for the centre again. Lekoi fancies it down the left-hand side. Ball into the line. Battle in there, and a free throw is all Hungary are going to get for it. Now Sweden getting better at creating a bit of space between Bence Van Heedy and the 6-metre line. There's Daniel Pettersson there getting involved. Real mismatch in weight. That one rockets off the crossbar. Bit of a let-off for Sweden. And they're away again in the first half. Hungary were punished every time they missed in the opening few minutes. Ball into the line. That's good defending. Free throw given. Bence Van Heedy haven't seen do too much defending over the past few years. Often focused in attack, but very much a central part of this middle block alongside Adrian Shiposh. Gottfridsson. Karlsborgård. Gottfridsson again. Lagergren overlap down the left. Ball out to Hampusvana. He goes from the near post this time. Missed the last 2. He's not going to miss 3 in a row. Goal number 6 today for the Barca winger. And nice blind pass as well. Jim Gottfridsson staring right at Karlsborgård, but He only had eyes, really, for Hampus Vanna. Jens Holberg is really enjoying himself today. Jaime Rodriguez, not so much. But his side are still just about in this. Zita. It's a back overlap down the left-hand side. That's good work, really good work from Hungary. They're doing unto Sweden what Sweden have done unto them so many times. Boca again. He's had a good second half. 3 goals already since the break. Well into the line, well saved, but a penalty call. The referees had their eyes on the penalty line as soon as Max Dyer was taking the shot. See, pulling on the jersey from behind. Not a lot in it, but enough for the referees to take exception to it. And a 2-minute suspension to boot. We may see Zoran Ilic come in at right back. He did pretty well when coming in. Not as proficient in front of goal, but he's got power and he moves the ball well. Ekberg takes over the... he squeezes that one in just over the line. Smacked it off the underside of the crossbar. And no doubt about it, went over the line. Goal for Ekberg. Ilic coming in now. We'll see if he stays in. Great movement off the ball. And Sweden's defense falling asleep for a moment. And they're punished immediately by Niklas Rosta. Nice pass inside as well. All about timing there for the pass. You can move all you like, but if your teammates don't see you and don't find you, nothing will come from it. So Erik Johansson coming up in the man-up situation again. Happy to take on the shot. Thank you very much. Goal number 4 today. He's only been on court for 11.5 minutes in these man-up situations and a little bit in the end of the first half. You can see a little bit caught in between 2 minds there, but just stayed up long enough. And the Hungarian defense wasn't going to make the decision for him. He's happy to take on the shot. Lekoi. Ilic, he was about to pass it out to the wing there, but there is no wing. Back up again. Zita passes it to nobody. It's a battle here for the ball. Well done by Zoran Ilic. Just gets in there ahead of Hampus Vanna. They're going to have to clean the floor after both men slid across it. Good effort from both, but Zoran Ilic coming out on top there. With 5 goals between the sides, just over a quarter of this game left. Hungary will know they have what it takes to turn things around. They did it against Iceland 4 days ago in Kristianstad. Sweden looking like a different challenge though. Not if they defend like that. That's beautifully done. Niklas Rosta once more. The invisible man on the line from a Swedish perspective. Ball across to Gottfridsson. And slow things down. We'll set up again. Nobody near him. Real breakdown in communication from the Swedish defense. 6 goals today from Niklas Rosta. Had 14 coming into this game, was there 13 rather coming into this game. The top scorer in the competition so far. With Rosta's 6. And Van Heede adding 3 as well. 9 goals so far today. Coming from the line players, a couple more coming from the line as well, as Boca has snuck in there and benefited. As well saved, another free throw given. And Sweden just taking a little bit of the sting out of any momentum that Hungary are building. A nice long attack here. Here comes Pettersson from the right wing, plants himself in there. Ball out to Karlsbogard, tight angle for him, and he finally shoots and he scores. We're waiting for the most difficult shot possible, but Jonathan Karlsbogard gets himself on the score sheet. Overlap down the left here, and that's a goal. It could be more. There's a little bit of a trip there on Boca. I think if he didn't score, it would have been a penalty. Zita doing well to draw the defender. Well, he had both feet inside the 6-meter area there before shooting. Very kind from the referees. Bendigo's Boca. He's had a good second half. That one won't go in his highlight reel, but it counts all the same. The second half has been an odd one. The first 5 minutes, both sides going at it hammer and tongs. 5-5, and then nothing for about 5 minutes, and now once again started firing in the goals. As long as it stays even, that'll suit Sweden. They've got their lead to hold on to. Jim Gottfriedson, that's well saved. Roland Mikler coming back in between the posts and reading him like a book. Lekoy takes on Dari. Lekoy gets the arm free, but shoots right down the center. Referees bail him out with a free throw. An interesting decision to bring Mikler back in immediately, proving it's not a bad decision anyway with that save. See if he can lay the foundation for a big comeback here for Hungary in the final 15 minutes of the game. Nice breakthrough. Oh, Palika comes flying out with the kick save. There's an overlap down the left for Hampusvana. That's a real killer for Hungary. A great opportunity at one end. A brilliant save by Andreas Palika. And away goes Sweden on the counter. Huge overlap, 3 against 1 down the left. Hampusvana always going to end up putting it away. 5-goal game once more. Ilic lifting out to the left. Zita back out to Ilic, but he's in an awkward position. Zita into the line, spills away, and here goes Sweden once more. The pass isn't great, but Logren has all the time in the world to pick it up, drop it over the keeper's head. And here we go, 6-goal game. Sweden beginning to stretch their lead at a key time in this match. Good turnover, great effort there. The pass from Karlsbergård was terrible, but Albin Logren had plenty of time to look around, pick it up, and then a cultured finish over the head. Ilic runs into trouble there. Yeah, that's about 6 steps. And a ball over the top again. Hampusvana has time to dry his hands on his shorts. Keeper got a touch on it this time. So that's 3 counter-attack goals in a matter of a minute. And maybe a little too late for that timeout by Chema Rodriguez. Hungary in deep, deep trouble now. Sweden cruising towards the points. It's 30-23.
In the back, okay? The 2 is in the back, okay? We go to play this 2 against 2, okay? You let a little bit down, okay? For he come with the tour and the pass, okay? Vince Barca! Vem är det som spelar Lukas eller? Är du med på den? Ja,
How quickly this game could turn on its head. Looked like Hungary were going to push Sweden all the way. The plethora of goals in the line with Rosta and Van Heede. 3 quick counter-attacks. And all of a sudden this game has a very different complexion. 7-goal lead for the co-hosts as they look to back top of the group. Currently joint top with Iceland on 4 points. To go clear with a win here today. And passes like that will help them greatly. Clark and Sandell coming in. Karlsbergård just playing defense now. He makes his way off, and Erik Johansson comes in. Oscar Bergendahl going in on the line. So that diamond of 4 players in the center completely changed. Bergendahl on the line. We've seen that pretty often in this Swedish side, even in a game which until moments ago was pretty tight. Glenn Solberg looking to give everyone a good run out here, trust every single player in his squad, except maybe for Fredrik Pettersson. He's a few players who hasn't got much court time. Number 3 line player, and Linus Persson as well, the number 3 right back. The squad, for the most part, has had a fair spread in terms of time on court and also goals in the last 3 games. Same today. Ball into Bergendahl, but he's given the attacker foul. Lekoy. We do here, drops out to the right-hand side. And Shin, who's come back in at right back. Chema Rodriguez not as willing to rotate things. Lekoy has been in that centre-back role throughout the second half so far. Ricard Bodo coming in at left back. So it's the big shooters in the backcourt now, alongside Lekoy. Bodo. Ball across is tipped away for sideline ball. Erik Johansson coming in, getting a bit of time in the center of defense as well. Bodo into the line, spills away, picked up by Hampus Vanna. Here comes Sweden. Johansson goes through all alone, through the keeper's legs. That's great speed in the counter-attack. Erik Johansson with his 5th of the day. And the 1-2 was on, but Erik Johansson was much faster than anyone else coming back in defense. No need to lay it off this time. Second half, fantastic from Sweden. Built up a nice lead in the first half. They're going to be tested here, it seems. The response has been magnificent. Another save for Palika. Johansson takes it over the halfway line. There's many choices here. Klar, back out to Johansson. Sandell, wrestled with there by Van Heede. Maybe a bit of frustration there in his actions. Draws Palika up to 11 saves now, 32% on the day for him. Johansson takes over in the center. That's good speed. He's really flung to the ground there. Adrian Schiposz. Did he stick the right leg out there? That one hurt. Not for sure. Let's see what Schiposz did. Looked nice for either of them. More accidental than anything else. The right knee from Adrian Schiposz just stuck out there a little bit. Johansson gave him the slip, but got caught by the leg, thankfully. Both men are okay. Back up and going again. Sandell. Johansson. Oh, nice move. And Felix Klar with the spin past the keeper. Having his busiest day in front of goal so far in this championship. Draws out the keeper and just drops it past him. Ricard Bodo looking for space. Raise it off, tight angle there, and saved again by Palika. Picks it up himself. Wants to send Sweden on the break once more. Ball out to the left-hand side. Out to Hampus Vanna. This time it's saved. Roland Mickler standing his ground well that time. All of a sudden, 9-goal game, and it's not looking pretty for Hungary. Their fortunes in this group will not be made or broken by this result. It's all about the games coming up for them. Oh, a bit of fortune there, but I think they deserved it. Hannes with his first goal of the game. He's done well, and he's had an opportunity today. He created some good opportunities for his teammates in the first half. There with his first shot on goal. Sends Palika down low and deserved that luck. Immediate response from Sweden, as you can see. Felix Klar. This group really shaping up nicely. Hungary still in the mix. 2 points, assuming they lose this one, 2 points behind Iceland in second place, who they have beaten. So in a head-to-head, if the two teams were level on points and only those two teams, then Hungary would have the advantage. We also have Portugal and Brazil in the mix, both of those teams on 3 points after today's draw. So it's really wide open. Hand of passive play here against Hungary. So Ricard Bodo seems to be running out of steam Just like this Hungarian side overall. Hannes looking for the line, goes for Bodo instead, and yeah, it's all a bit, not lazy, but it works out in the end as the ball popped in. The penalty given. Bodo just looking sick and tired of being smacked by Oscar Bergendahl. He had the better of him in the first half. But ever since he popped the ball over his head a couple of times in that first half, Oscar Bergendahl has made it his personal challenge to come out and take him out with every option he has. Miklos Rosta from the penalty line, 2 from 2 today. The big line player, the outstanding scorer once more for Hungary. 7 goals to his name. I had a feeling towards the end of the first half that Mikael Appelgren might be used, but there was 2 late saves in the first half. Turned the tide for Palika. He's held on to his position and he's been brilliant forward, and that's nicely done. Oh, Oscar Bergendahl, beautiful move there, turning on a sixpence. Hannes takes a little tumble there. Ball inside from Johansson. It's a great spin. Beautiful work altogether from Bergendahl. His first of the day. Ball across the Bodo. Hannes, by far the most active player here. He gives that away though, and it's another one for Hampus Vanna. This time drifts past the keeper and then full power in the shot. 9th of the day for Hampus. A bit of a desperate pass inside there from Hannes in the first place. Trying to squeeze it into the line through 3 defenders. Van Heede overlap down the right-hand side. Hannes goes through alone. That's good movement. Dives in himself. 2nd goal in quick succession for Hannes. And he's done well for the most part. 3 assists and 2 goals for Egon Hannes. Too little, too late. Race there between Šipoš and Bergendahl. Just appreciate each other's work. Four and a half minutes left to play here. The points going to Sweden, that much we know. All about goal difference at this stage. Which could still be a defining factor. Sweden not home and dry yet. There are 2 games left in this main round group. They go top now with 6 points. Looking forward to the big game against Iceland on Friday night. That's next for them. It could be decisive. And it's another one for Oscar Bergendahl. That's 2 for him in the space of minutes. But Iceland also looking fairly impressive today. Their victory over Cape Verde, 40-30, the result in that one. The defense not really firing in all cylinders, but I can tell you what, when you score 40 goals, doesn't really matter, does it? Hannes, right to the wing. It's recycled here. Zita out there. Egon Hannes. Bodo gives the defender the slip again. Well, he was conserving his energy, and that's the 2nd time he's done that. It's a nice little move from the big man. You don't really expect to see it from him. Feigns a shot and drops that shoulder. Lucas Sandell, too slow to react. And he pulls it off. Looks good. He wouldn't be doing it too often, though. The defenders will be waiting for it. But Iceland, Sweden, 8:30 on Friday night. That is the place to be. It'll be the big game of the main round until now. All coming off the post. Big consequences for the group, and also who'll go through. A big shot, but a big save by Palika. Johansson looking for the outlet. Decides to slow it down instead. 13th save for Andreas Palika. 42% today. It was a slow start for him. Doesn't always matter how many you save. It's the kind of saves you make and when you make them. That, in the middle part of this game, is very true for Palika. Johansson. Good stuff, Eric Johansson once more. Every time he steps up to take the shot, just take a breath and see what happens. Incredible accuracy, incredible pace as well, 109 kilometers an hour. That's the fastest we've seen today. Goal number 6 for Eric Johansson. He was a little bit off kilter in the first half. 2 from 5, but he set that straight in the second. Ball behind the back, out to the wing, tight angle, well saved by Palika again. Here comes Sweden. Klar. Lays it off to Bergendahl. They can slow things down. No rush here, 90 seconds left on the clock. A 10-goal lead, and that feels pretty harsh for Hungary. They've given a good go at it. They've just been hurt really badly at key moments in this game. Well, it doesn't really feel like a 10-goal win, maybe a bit flattering to Sweden, but you can only tell by the scoreline itself. Vanna, Sandell, Johansson, Eric Johansson once more, and this time a bit too central. Well saved. Nicholas stays down. Hopefully he's okay. Some time to get up there. I don't know if that one caught him on the head. Thankfully back up at his feet now, and speaking of which, the entire Scandinavium on its feet to celebrate these final seconds of a contest. It's win number 4 out of 4 for Sweden. And this, perhaps the most impressive of the lot from start to finish. Andreas Palika with a trademark save comes flying out. A real hero for the people of Gothenburg. Many of these players are. This time he's beaten just before the final buzzer. And hobbles away, hopefully he's okay. A little sour note at the end of this one, but it doesn't really matter. Sweden make it 4 out of 4 and go clear at the top of main round Group 2 in a game which for about 40-45 minutes looked pretty tight, but the final scoreline does not suggest so. 37 goals for Sweden to Hungary's 28. Another comfortable victory for the reigning European champions. Here we go, one step closer to the knockout stages in Stockholm, and one step closer towards gold, something they were cruelly denied 2 years ago by Denmark. And boy, have they improved in the last 2 years, proving themselves over and over again as real contenders for the title here. Tough tests, tougher tests, arguably yet to come. Iceland in particular on Friday, and then Portugal in the final main round match on Sunday. Now it's time for the Player of the Match award. A few big contenders for it. Hampus Vanna perhaps, Eric Johansson, Andreas Palika. Let's see who you have voted for at home. And it's Hampus Vanna who does get the nod. 9 goals for him today, 5 of which came in the opening minutes. Brilliant counter-attacking stuff from the Barca left wing, racking up the goals once more. That takes him to 25 for the championship, and a well-deserved Player of the Match award. But for him and his teammates, that's not the most important thing. All that matters is 2 more points on the road to glory on home court. Another good run out for the entire squad as well. Everyone, Glenn Solberg throwing out there, getting at least 20-25 minutes on court, which is good going. Felix Klar looking good nick as well, which is important for this team. It can't all be about Jim Gottfriedson in the center, and Felix Klar is growing into his role as a playmaker once more for this team. Getting used to seeing that side. Tough welcome to Gothenburg in the main round for Hungary. They're going to have to regroup, as I said, their hopes in this championship will not be broken by a loss today. It's a heavy loss, that's for sure, but they will have opportunities against Brazil and Cape Verde to pick up points which could still see them go through to the quarterfinal. The top 2 teams in this group and all of the 4 main round groups will progress through the quarterfinals. Still a long way to go on that road. We'll take a look at the statistics before we let you go for this evening. And as I look across and see the other scores, it seems like the other co-host, Poland, enduring another tough day at the office, losing to Spain at the moment by 4 goals. Just a couple of minutes left in that one. So in terms of host success, it's very much resting on the shoulders of those boys in yellow and blue. In this main round group 2, as I mentioned, Sweden top of the pile now on 6 points. Iceland on 4, Portugal and Brazil just behind them, lurking on 3 points. Hungary stuck on 2, and Cape Verde down in 6th place. Here for the experience in the main round, maybe cause a surprise or 2 as the days go on. They're on 0 at the moment. High fives all around for Sweden. Saying Andreas Balika has got plenty of loyal fans, friends and family here in Gothenburg. A local boy, one of many local boys on this team. As I was saying, that's how the group stands. Our results today: Portugal-Brazil got us started with a dramatic and controversial 28-28 draw. Iceland in a real entertaining goal fest with Cape Verde 40-30 victors, and Sweden rounding off the day 37-28. Hampus Vanna, player of the match for you, top scorer with 9, Logren and Johansson with 6 apiece, Felix Klar with 5, Miklas Rosta leading the way on the line for Hungary today. The breakdown of the goals as well, besides a few from Erik Johansson coming from outside 9 meters. It was all about the breakthroughs and counter-attacks for Sweden today. Hungary mix it up a little bit, but 12 of the goals coming right down the center on the line there. Don't need to tell you again where that came from. As I mentioned earlier, there was a few dry spells in that second half. Sweden hit form when it mattered most. They come away with the victory. That's it for today's coverage of the main round. We'll be back tomorrow from Malmö. Until then, take care and goodbye.